Bruce Pride is chair of track as well as the city's Parks Advisory Board. He's going to say a few words. And then the godfather, or the original grandfather of the Pathways, Mayor Jim Wilson, is here, and we're going to ask him to say a few words about getting the Pathways started in the early days, and then I want to recognize some folks and we'll cut the ribbon. So please applause for Principal Bruce Pride.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the bridge at South Park. A few years ago, we decided that we'd put a pathway through the new South Park property that the city had just purchased. 45 years ago, I moved to Sheridan, and I lived at the north end of this property. And for 45 years, I've dreamed of a walking path through South Park to Brundage Lane. And by gosh, it happened. I couldn't believe it. When we put this thing together, we met twice at the Presbyterian Church, and we had one meeting here at Renew. And the folks at Renew said, when you build something here, we'd like to be able to access it too. So I said, we'll make it concrete, and we'll make it available for everybody, so that anyone can enjoy the wildlife in the area. So this is for you guys, and we're so happy to have it done.
Mayor Wilson, the godfather of the Pathways.
Oh, godfather,
grandfather.
Come on, Jimmy. When Jim Wilson was mayor, it was his idea to get the pathways started in Sheridan. Right now we've got 13 miles of pathways, and we're going to keep going. Go ahead, Jim.
Got to keep going, and this was originally started. We did the administration did a deal with Whitney, and if you want to see the beginning and the end, the whole pathway is down at the park.
Whitney Commons.
Whitney Commons, and thank goodness for Tom Kinnison on that board and so forth. We made some wheelie dealies. And now you see the fruition of all of this. You can see a vision that we wanted to develop an attraction for people that might want to bring their businesses to Sheridan. And by golly, it's worked. There's a lot of families that look at a community to see what their interest is, what their values are, and you can see it at this point right now. And it just started as a little thing with Rob Forrester, who's now at the hospital, and he had a vision too of this crossing underneath Coffeen Avenue. That was our first attempt. So we tried that, but you guys will never know the problems we had in dealing with the Mavrakis Pond and going up towards the hospital. People did not want such a thing in their backyard. It was not a good thing. And now I notice that when people put their houses up for sale, it says indirect or direct path to the pathway project. So that's economic development. Thanks, Bruce. Enjoy it. This is what it's for. It's a community, and I think you can see the people using it, all these pathways. Thank you.
I always like to hear that story because it tells us something about change in a small community. When you can see these kind of things go from initial controversy and over time to an article of faith. And we owe a lot to these folks. We stand on the shoulders of giants in this community. That's what made Mayor Wilson so short.
I'm short.
We're all standing on his shoulders. And we have former city. And we have former city council president Jim Schillinger here. Jim was part of that. And
yeah, he helped start this.
As an ambassador, we have former council president John Bigelow here. New council president John Heath is here. Former council president Bob Webster. All of these folks have been a big help And I want to be certain to recognize as well all the others that have helped in this process. Of course, Principal Pride and the Parks Committee, Bob Crum is here, Richard Bridger, let me see, who am I, is Marie or Edith here?
I don't see Marie.
Chuck Carbert is crossing at that light. And then the track committee, Renew, for giving us an easement, as well as all their support. Thank you. Ace Young for his construction filming on Channel 12. Very entertaining. Folks comment about it. The Fletcher family and Sam Fletcher. Sam, where are you? I saw you here. They've donated a bench and they helped out with the easement, a bench in memory of your dear late mother, Susan. She would have loved to have come here and sat by the path and just reflected and meditated a little bit on life, and we really appreciate that gift in honor of your mother. The Kane family as well, in memory of their dad. Nelchi, who picked the design style for the bridge. Downtown Sheridan Association for helping us. Garber Agribusiness, Steady Stream Hydrology, Sheridan County Conservation District, that's for the park as a whole. The Wyoming Wildlife and Natural Resources Trust Fund, WYDOT, and then of course NTEC and Mike Evans, Dave Ingalls, on-site engineer Jim Bob. Where's Jim Bob? Yeah, nobody knows who Jim Bob is because he wears those Ray-Bans and a construction helmet and all of those. Looks like the international construction manager of history. Stone Mill Construction, heck of a job. Everybody wondered what was that about in the dead of winter. Turns out they're crazy like a fox because you got to get that equipment across that frozen ground. It's too muddy in the summer. And then I do want a special recognition to Jeff Mock. Jeff is here with us. Jeff is a client at Renew, and when the City Council was first considering all of this, Jeff came before the City Council and made a very impassioned plea that it be ADA accessible for himself and all others. This community, so many people have come together to demonstrate the commitment of this community, that the pathways are going to be available, that this open space will be available. Let's get the for the joggers, the rollerbladers, the bicyclists, and as well as those who have walkers or wheelchairs and who want to enjoy all the beauty that God has blessed us with in this community. And so thank you very much to Jeff and to all those folks.
And Jason, just for your information, Ryman Construction showed up this morning. They're at the north end up by my house. They're putting in the rest of the railing, and they'll finish up these two pieces this week, I hope. So we're going to get her all done this week.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And now Jeff is going to be the first one across.
Yay.
No wheelies now.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go, go through. Yay!
Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the pathways. We'll see you at North Park for the next bridge in a couple weeks.